Good evening, Miranda. We welcome you all to the international webinar series on holistic health, well-being, and sustainable development 2025, commemorating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, nation celebrating 78 years of independence and United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 2015 to 2030 and Viksit Bharat at 2047 as part of awareness and campaigns in collaboration with Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute Center for Art Sciences and Wellbeing. Before we start our sessions, let's take the blessings of Almighty.
गुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं गुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं गुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं गुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
With the blessings of Almighty, we shall continue with today's commemorations and celebrations. Today, we are commemorating World Peace Meditation Day on December 31st every year as the whole world contemplates the start of a new Gregorian year. It bears the promise of ushering in a new era of peaceful relationship and relations in the world by making people more mindful of concepts like self-control and personal development. It is commonly known that when people are at peace with themselves, they are more likely to seek out and build peaceful relationships in their community and country. Even in those parts of the world that are affected by war, meditation can help those affected by violence to overcome their loss and avoid being negatively affected by the events taking place around them. World Peace Meditation Day is celebrated every year on December 31st. The aim of this World Peace Meditation Day is to unite people of different races and backgrounds on a global platform. The World Peace Meditation Day also promotes diversity and peace through meditation and collaborating with people of different religions. Thus, ultimately establishes Over the years, researchers and social scientists have conducted various studies and experiments to determine the causes of war to develop preventive measures. In the 1980s, a social experiment was conducted in Jerusalem to check if practicing meditation could promote peace. More than 1,000 people took part in the experiment, and the participants who asked to practice meditation in groups, the experiment was a success. During the experiment, peace and tolerance were evident with reduced amounts of street crime and violence in all major cities of Lebanon. Similarly, researchers noticed that those groups of people that practiced meditation remained calm and relaxed. They were less likely to get affected by the adverse effects of war in the country. World Peace Meditation Day is celebrated by different nations with different names. Some people call it as World Healing Day, while others celebrate it as the Universal Hour of Peace. So, different types of meditative exercises are practiced to evoke feelings of peace and harmony in people. Over the years, researchers have conducted various studies which reveal that meditation has various positive effects on our physical and emotional health. Celebrating World Peace Meditation Day has helped people stay positive, making it easier for different nations to deal constructively with social and religious diversity. Global meditation is a movement where various meditative and spiritual communities participate in flash mobs to perform meditation in the form of groups. This event is usually organized in public places where a large number of people can easily participate and practice meditation. Numerous studies suggest that those people who practice meditation are less likely to become involved in destructive or unethical activities. The concept of meditation has become extremely popular in recent years. Stress is unavoidable in today's fast paced lifestyle, and yoga classes can help people relax, unwind, and regenerate. The main purpose of practicing yoga and meditation is to make yourself mentally and physically strong. It teaches you how to reconnect with your inner soul, achieve mental strength, and avoid negative emotions and energies. To keep your mental health on track, you should plan a wellness trip. A yoga retreat can help you get closer to nature to experience inner peace and serenity. Yoga retreats are probably one of the best ways to escape from the stress of our daily routines and detox both physically and mentally. One can connect with Mother Nature on a deeper level and practice meditation without any distractions. When you travel to a new country, you get an opportunity to explore new cultures and traditions. You can explore the teachings of multiple religions by visiting holy sites and templates belonging to different communities. Moreover, when we travel to a new country, we get a chance to interact with people from different ethnicities, helping us to develop a strong bond of respect and friendship with them. This day helps to spread awareness about the loss of lives that takes place during wars. The destructive nature of war itself leaves a negative impact on the nations that are part of ongoing wars. The businesses and industries of such countries have to bear financial losses for years as foreign investors hesitate to invest in countries with an increased rate of war and violence. The main idea behind celebrating this day is to promote peace, harmony, and cultural diversity in society. It motivates different communities to organize flash mobs in different parts of the city and perform meditation in large groups. Those who don't practice spiritual exercise like yoga and deep breathing get an opportunity to practice them with their family and friends under the supervision of trained professionals. This day helps to improve the mental health of those families who have lost their loved ones in armed conflicts. War can leave a strong impact on the lives of those families whose members get injured or lose their lives while fighting on a battlefield. This day not only helps to promote peace and harmony, but also helps to improve the emotional health of people who are either directly or indirectly affected by negative consequences of war and violence. Today is also commemorated as Unlucky Day on December 31st. In US, it is a day for you to turn your bad luck into luck by forgetting your misfortunes. If you felt unlucky this year, then this is the perfect day to move on from the unfavorable and pessimistic events that happened. The day is your last attempt at turning the year around and entering the new year with a positive mindset. Put some positive pants on and learning about wonderful day. The last day of the year, December 31st, is the date known as Unlucky Day. It is the last day of the year, which means it's time to forget about the bad that has happened throughout the year. It is a day to shed, unburden, and forget about all the things we did not want to happen. It is a day to remind ourselves that the year is about to come to an end, and it is an indication that it was probably a bad season or even a bad year, but it is definitely not a bad life. Unlucky days is the last day to get rid all of the reluctance and uncertainty out of our lives and recognize that the next year is full of ambition, anticipation, hope, and promise. That is why we create plans and goals that are achievable for the year to come. It is not bad that this bad day is considered unlucky, since things will fall into place for the succeeding days to come. Whether you believe in luck or not, do not give up when it seems like you are faced with trials and challenges. You can always choose to move ahead and bring your game for upcoming year. Anything can happen if you strive for it, whether it be luck on your own doing. What matters is that you keep looking ahead to what is to come. The day also reminds everyone that the life goes on, whether good or bad. The day looks forward to what is in store for the future and allows the negativity to stay in the past. Next year will contain prosperity, health, and happiness if you believe in it. Today is also commemorated as Restoration Day in Geneva on December 31st every year. It is a day to commemorate the restoration of Republic of Geneva, Switzerland. Geneva is a city in Switzerland that lies in the western Switzerland at the southern tip of Lake Geneva. And Geneva enjoys a great landscape due to being surrounded by the Alps and Jura Mountains. It is seen as a global city due to its being the headquarters of many international organizations like the United Nations, the Red Cross, the International Baccalaureate, and so forth. It also has a very significant French influence since it is surrounded mostly by France. Today is also commemorated as No Interruptions Day in US on December 31st every year. These devices are notorious for being distracting and for preventing people from focusing on their tasks. By celebrating No Interruptions Day, people learn to redirect their focus towards completing their task and being more mindful about their actions. In the early 1920s, Russian psychologist Bluma Zegnak proposed a theory on the psychological effects of interruptions at work. According to the theory, people are more likely to remember incomplete or interrupted tasks better than completed ones. While dining at a restaurant, Zegnak observed that the waiters working there were able to remember pending orders better than those that have been completed and served to customers. Similarly, another researcher named Maria Osinkia proposed the Osinkia effect, which posits that people have a long and a strong desire to return to an uninterrupted task or to an interrupted task or project until it's complete. So during the 1940s, the adverse effects of interruptions in aviation industry were highlighted by the psychologists Paul Fitts and Richard Johns. In their research, it was revealed that interruptions were one of the major reasons for pilot errors and accidents. Since the 1990s, some of the main causes of interruptions for the office employees have been emails and phone calls. It's a research study conducted by Gloria Mark on the adverse effects of technologies at the workplace. It was revealed that an employee, once distracted, usually requires 30 minutes or even more to resume an interrupted task. Common examples of workplace interruptions include email and SMS notifications received in the middle of fast-paced tasks like typing or evaluating search results, receiving and answering notifications, interrupt the task performance of employees, and it is usually difficult to recover full attention to the task or activity at hand. Today is also commemorated as New Year's Eve on 31st December, the last day and the last month of what usually feels like the longest year ever, but somehow passed too quickly. Most of us give little thought as to why we ceremoniously say goodbye to one year and hello to New Year on December 31st, even those who don't make special plans to greet the arrival of a new year as per Gregorian calendar. At the stroke of midnight on December 31st, pay homage to the right with thoughts of the year gone by and hopes for the year to come. There are a lot of mixed feelings on this day. It gives us the opportunity to reflect on the past year with all highs and lows, but we also get ready to party our way into the New Year's. Here's to a new day, new year, and new beginnings. New Year's Eve on December 31st marks the final day of what is known as a Gregorian calendar year. Prior to the adoption of Gregorian calendar as a global standard, most of the ancient world ran on many different and diverse calendaring systems to track the passage of time. The Gregorian calendar we use today was introduced by Vatican in Rome under Pope Gregory VIII in October 1582. The Gregorian calendar is based on the solar year and replaced an ancient Roman calendar that was based on the lunar cycle of the Earth's moon. The Gregorian calendar is a modified version of Julian calendar that was introduced by Roman Empire Julius Caesar during his reign around 44 BC at the suggestions of Greek astronomer and mathematician Sosigenes of Alexandria. The transition from a lunar cycle calendar to a solar year calendar on October 4th, 1582 necessitated that a few days to be eliminated. The day after October 4th, 1582 was therefore declared by Pope Gregory to be October 15th, 1582. Don't ask us what happened to all those poor souls whose birthdays were on October 5th to 14th. They are lost. Along with the implementation of a new calendar on October 4th, 1582, the Pope also decreed Each year would officially begin on January 1st instead of April 1st and has been the custom under the old lunar calendar system. This decision has no actually any basis in astronomical or scientific, but was influenced by the ancient feast celebrating the Roman god Janus, the god of doorways and beginnings. The 1st of January seemed like a good starting over point on a new calendar. So that's how, without any scientific basis or without any religious or an astronomical basis, January 1st is celebrated as the start of New Year and April 1st was dropped. But still, many of the cultures still celebrate April, March and April as the beginning of their year. As we see, even in India, even before the Gregorian or the West, Christianity came into existence. Hinduism, Sanatana Dharma, we have calendars based on ancient practices, and all our New Year start in March and April months. Not only in India, but across the world, because that is where the environment changes, the nature changes, there is a new beginning in the environment and also in the lives. Today is also commemorated as National Heroes Day, Timor-Leste, on October 31st each year. So gives East Timorese people the opportunity to visit their short but bloody history that led to their independence. They took part in the violent independence struggle against Indonesia under the leadership of Nicolau Lobota, which was ultimately captured and killed by the invading army. To this day, Lobato is revered as a national hero and is regarded as a symbol of the national resistance against foreign occupation. Today is also commemorated as Make Up Your Mind Day on December 31st in US. People across the US serve Make Up Your Mind Day, deciding on some important resolutions for the coming year. It is an important day to encourage people to review their goals, achievements, and progress, and then come up with better strategies to achieve them in the new year. But formally making a set of resolutions on the day, people were more likely to stay committed to them throughout the year. Today is also commemorated as International Solidarity Day of Azerbaijan on December 31st, which is observed annually in Republic of Azerbaijan on December 31st, is a public holiday that commemorates the solidarity of the people of Azerbaijan, known as Azerbaijanis. The day is traceable to 1989, when the border fences separating Soviet Azerbaijan and Iran were dismantled. It also commemorates the collapse of the Berlin Wall in Germany. It is also celebrated not only by people in Azerbaijan, but also Azerbaijanis in a diaspora. On Solidarity Day, public feasts and festivals are held by Azerbaijanis, both home and abroad. Around 50 million people from Azerbaijan are spread across multiple countries on 5 continents, while 10 million people live within the country itself. This day is a reminder that no matter where they are in the world, Azerbaijanis are united in spirit. Today is also commemorated as Hogmanay in UK on December 31st. Hogmanay is a Scottish word meaning the last day of the year. It is celebrated in Scotland on New Year's Eve when Scots host house parties and exchange gifts. The celebrations are often followed by parties on both Year's Day, that is New Year's Day, and January 2nd, which is bank holiday in Scotland. While the origins of Hogmanay are hard to pinpoint, its roots are thought to lay in Norse and Gaelic traditions. So with this, we shall end today's commemorations, and today is also commemorated as before closing as World and International Drinkers Day, Drug Abusers Day, and Smokers Day, and also Illicit Sex and Abuse Day, which is, as we see in the name of celebrations, and International Energy Wastage Day and Lighting Wastage Day, which are all synonymous to this December 31st and January 1st, as we see lot of unwanted things that are being celebrated in the name of festivals, that is creating a lot of waste and misery. And on this last day and also on the first day, so the last day of the year and the first day of the year are spent drinking, smoking, and consuming substance abuse is not at all a good start or ending for any year, which is also synonymous for your destruction and damage that is caused and inviting diseases and disorders, and also being negligible and showing negligence and irresponsibility towards your own health and well-being, and not only to your health, and also causing pollution in various forms and also destructive to the environment. So think over it whether you should continue such practices on the last day of the year and the first day of the year, having such vulnerabilities. Will you be able to have a good start? So ponder over it and think over it, and we wish you all a happy English New Year as per Gregorian calendar, though it does not hold any scientific significance or religious significance or astronomical significance. We do lot of stupidity, foolishness. We do celebrate so many things. So this is such a foolish and stupid celebration that across the world it is being celebrated with the drinking, smoking, substance abuse, and all kinds of unwanted things which are being rampant in the society, destroying individual lives and families and creating a lot of pollution, damage to health and well-being. And it's up to you how you would like to start a new year and how you would like to end with the old year. It's up to you how you are going to begin. But be a responsible global citizen. Start with a healthy practice, which is good not just for you, but for the entire society and environment as a whole. So with this, we shall end today's commemorations. Thank you each and everyone for joining us, and see you all tomorrow at the same time with the same joining link with different commemorations and celebrations. Take care. Good night.